With Eccles, 4 Bonanza Boy, Peter Hobbs, 6 City Entertainer, Mark Dwyer, 7 Clocktenny, Tony Mullins, 8 Credit Cut, Clive Cox, 9 Arrested Ruler, Ned Buckley, 10 Flying Trove, Tom Taff, 11 Harry's Bar, Ben DeHaan, 12 Hassle Money, Michael Meir, 14 Highway Express, Graham McCord, 16 Carl McKill, Jimmy Duggan, 17 is Lassadar, Guy Landor, 18 Lan Rouge, Lorcan Noir, 19 Lawton Ladd, Richard Dunwoody, 20 Midsummer Gamble, Peter Scudamore, 21 Mod Tech, Geordie Dunn, 22 Mon Rita, Sam Morshead, 23 Olan Ladd, written by John Short, 25 is Randolph Place, written by Phil Tuck, 27 Scarlet Runner, Stuart Stilston, 30 Spark of Peace, Ronnie Began, 31 is Surpass, written by Mr. Robin Tate, 33 The West Awake, Simon Sherwood, 34 Tivian, Mark Parrott, 37 Wildflower, written by Bruce Darling, 38 Wolf of Badenoch, written by Tommy Carmody, 39 Cindy Girl, Mark Harrington, 44 Longhurst, written by Paul Leach.
Bonanza Boy carries the main hopes of the British here, bought by Birdie Hill out of a field for £1,000, and winner of 5 out of his 6 races this season. The most recent was the Food Brokers Persian War Hurdle at Chepstow.
As they come down to the second last, Bonanza Boy goes clear, winner of 4 of his 5 races this season, and he's clear over that in the Persian War Hurdle. And 4 lengths clear now. Bonanza Boy under pressure but running on. Macroom is second. The West Awake is third. As they come down towards the last, it's Bonanza Boy enjoying this terrific season, and he's going to win his biggest one yet if he jumps this, and he does. Bonanza Boy over from Macroom in second. The West Awake third. Celtic Shot is fourth on the run-in. A terrific win for Bonanza Boy. Striding away on the run-in with 50 yards to run. A family success for the Hobses. At the line, Bonanza Boy wins it. The West Awake is second.
Bonanza Boy, ridden by Peter Hobbs.
The home turn, and Kassan has gone 3-4 lengths clear. Midsummer Gamble in second, and third is Big Bob. 4 is Donegal Star, but Kassan the leader as they straighten up for the last. Kassan clear now from Midsummer Gamble, putting in his challenge as they race towards the final flight. Kassan chased by Midsummer Gamble, and they're clear of Big Bob. Kassan the leader, Midsummer Gamble. Mark Dwyer pulls his whip through, and this one's ranging right up alongside Kassan now as they come to the last, quickening up well. Midsummer Gamble to take the lead from Kassan at the final flight. Midsummer Gamble the leader, jumps it well. Kassan makes a mistake, and Midsummer Gamble is going on as they race into the closing stages. Midsummer Gamble putting up an impressive performance, drawing away to beat Kassan convincingly as they race up to the line. Midsummer Gamble puts up a very good show in the Kenny O'Reilly Novice Herald. Second is Kassan, third is
Flying Trove and Olan Ladd. There are 3 20-to-1s, the West Awake, Abacadra and Randolph Place. Lan Rouge 22-to-1, 25-to-1 VAR.
So full of interest this race. There in the yellow and blue stripes is Wolf of Badenoch, another Irish trained horse, and my informants over there tell me that this one will take all the beating. This is a good horse. He wasn't fully wound up when second last time out in Ireland, had previously been very, very impressive at Leopardstown. Wolf of Badenoch, trained by John Mulhern, who'd had a winner here yesterday with Gal Moy, ridden by Tommy Carmody. But he's a 10-to-1 shot at the moment. That price may look generous in a few minutes' time. Well, lots of horses with interest here. 2 that are similar colours are Credit Cut number 8 and 23 Olan Ladd, the Irish horse. Both look out for those. They're very similar. There's 23 Olan Ladd with the white colours, and he certainly looks very fit. Comes from Homer Scott's yard. Number 23, as I just said, Olan Ladd is a lovely horse, and Homer Scott has 2 runners in this, the other one being Lan Rouge. May not be soft enough for him. John Short, the stable jockey, rides Olan Ladd, and he's a 16-to-1 shot. He's the horse there with the blue sash across him. And just on his right is 25, one of the most handsome horses in the field, Randolph Place. This horse has a real future. I hope he's good enough to be banged there today. He's represented the connections from the first race winner yesterday, the Edinburgh Wool and Mill Company, Gordon Richards and Phil Tuck. Phil had an attack of the asthma after riding the first winner yesterday, but he was okay to ride in the last race. 20-to-1 shot at the moment, Randolph Place, only been beaten once. Lovely horse. Looks as if the horses are filing out onto the course itself. The difference between this novice and yesterday's opener is that this is over 2.5 miles. They won't hang around, and it will take some getting. Bonanza Boy and City Entertainer, two of our biggest hopes in this to hold the Irish, but there are a lot of interesting horses. Let's join Peter.
And Captain Michael Sayers calls them in. 10 flights to be jumped this time. 4-1 joint favourites. Midsummer Gamble and Bonanza Boy as they jump off, and closely grouped up front too, with Flying Trove right up there, with Scarlet Runner also, and Surpass as they jump the first, and Highway Express is up with them, and it's Scarlet Runner disputing it now with Highway Express, then Flying Trove on the inside. Bonanza Boy is right up with them as they jump the next. Highway Express landed in the lead. They're all safely over the second, all 28 of them, and Highway Express taking them along. From Spark of Peace now going up on the outside. Then comes Longhurst. Behind Longhurst, Surpass. And on the outside of Surpass is Lassidar. Right over the far side now. Eriston Ruler has gone up to join them as well. But it's Spark of Peace in the lead from Highway Express, Eriston Ruler. Then comes Surpass and Longhurst, and then Lassidar. Behind them comes Cindy's Girl, Bonanza Boy. Credit Cut comes next as they race towards the next flight, with Spark of Peace in the lead at the third. Spark of Peace from Highway Express and Longhurst and Lassidar. Hassle Money not far behind the lead. Bonanza Boy also well in touch, racing towards the next. Spark of Peace from Longhurst in the blinkers. Then comes Lassidar. Behind Lassidar is Surpassed, and then Eriston Ruler. The West Awake making good ground over on the far side. Bonanza Boy just in behind them with Scarlet Runner. Behind Scarlet Runner is Harry's Bar as they jump the next. Spark of Peace lands in the lead, disputing it now with Lassidar there. Longhurst on the inside, then the West Awake. Eriston Ruler comes next, and behind him Bonanza Boy and Harry's Bar and Scarlet Runner. Then on the inside is Hassle Money. Surpass has lost the Little Brown. Clocktaney's making ground with Monrita, and behind him City Entertainer. The back markers at the moment are Wolf of Badenoch and Lan Rouge, two of the Irish challengers. Spark of Peace in the lead. From Longhurst on the inside, Lassidar on the outer. Just in behind them, Eriston Ruler, and then comes Bonanza Boy and the West Awake and Scarlet Runner and Harry's Bar. And going up on the outside now is Wild Flyer. Coming down to the fifth. Spark of Peace from Lassidar, Longhurst, Eriston Ruler, Bonanza Boy, the West Awake, Hassle Money on the inside, on the outer, Wild Flyer. Credit Cut, one of the back markers now, with Highway Express, who's lost quite a little bit of ground. So as they run down to the next, it's Longhurst on the inside of Spark of Peace as they come to the sixth, with Lassidar on the outside next, Bonanza Boy close to the lead, the West Awake on the inside, Eriston Ruler also. Behind them come Hassle Money and Scarlet Runner, a faller at that one. Scarlet Runner has gone, he's continuing riderless, his rider's still on the ground, and Longhurst is disputing it with Spark of Peace, Lassidar, the West Awake. Then comes Harry's Bar and Bonanza Boy. They've got 4 left to jump. Hassle Money's making ground, so is Lan Rouge, not far behind the lead, and also not far behind them is Wild Flyer as they race towards the top of the hill. And Midsummer Gamble and Wolf of Badenoch are both getting closer, but Lassidar has the advantage at the top of the hill. Lassidar from Longhurst on the inside, Harry's Bar close to the lead. Then on the inside, the West Awake. Making ground towards the outside is Wolf of Badenoch and also Wild Flyer as they race down towards the next. Lassidar from Harry's Bar, Wild Flyer, Wolf of Badenoch on the outside. Just in behind them, the West Awake, still Lassidar from Wild Flyer, Abu Khadra and Steve Smith-Eccles coming there strongly towards the outside now. But the West Awake has taken it up. The West Awake now goes to the front from Abu Khadra, City Entertainer, Wolf of Badenoch, The West Awake landed in the lead from City Entertainer, Abu Qadra and Wolford Badenoch. They're rounding the home turn now with one left to jump. The West Awake has the advantage from City Entertainer in second, Abu Qadra third, Wolford Badenoch four. They're racing to the final flight now. The West Awake's going to jump in with a 2-length advantage over City Entertainer. The West Awake lands in the lead from City Entertainer, and Flying Trove finishing well, but it's the West Awake from City Entertainer. Flying Trove still coming there, Abu Qadra and the Wolford Badenoch, and the leader, the West Awake, beginning to tie up as City Entertainer comes to challenge, but the West Awake is going to hold them all as they come to the line. The West Awake is winning, City Entertainer in second, and third is Flying Trove, and fourth Land Rouge. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4 in the Sun Alliance Novices Hurdle. The result: first, number 33, the West Awake, owned by Mrs. Christopher Heath, trained by Oliver Sherwood, ridden by his brother Simon Sherwood. Second was number 6, City Entertainer, owned by Mr. Andrew Philip Haddock, trained by Mrs. Charlotte Postlethwaite and ridden by Mark Dwyer. And third, number 10, the Best of the Irish, Flying Trove, owned by Mr. D. Formosa, trained by Arthur Moore and ridden by Tom Taff, with another Irishman, number 18, Lan Rouge, fourth.